What's happening, guys? Alright, what was it? Oh yeah, anyway. Yeah, finally get some sun out so I can finally record another video. It actually took this long, pretty much. This is my day off, so I finally have normal clothes and blah blah blah. So, anyway, have you ever basically kind of been like, you're walking somewhere, you're just doing pretty much anything, and there's like this, there's just like this small thing that somebody will do, and you'll be like, oh god, don't be that guy right now, or like, just something that stands out, something like a pet peeve of yours, maybe, I don't know. When I say that guy, it's very subjective. Anyone could be that guy. A girl could be that guy, That guy is just easier to say, there's lots of people with videos on the internet of don't be that guy. So I'm basically doing like a variation of that, where I list what to me is that guy. And what one of the main ones is, I've worked in a lot of restaurants. I've worked in kitchens for 5-6 years now. 7 years now. And there's always, in kitchens, there's always that guy. That guy that comes in 1 minute before close and makes his big order, whatever it is. I work at a cafeteria right now where, most of the meals I cook don't even take 5 minutes. I make burgers, fries, chicken, just small stuff like that. I just work on a grill. And, they'll be, on many occasions, those students that come in at 5 to 10 minutes before close and they all order a bunch of food. Which makes sense from their perspective because, they're up till 2 or 3 and they have nowhere else to go. So it's they need food for 6 hours. So, when they come in and they order, 8 grilled chicken wraps, yeah, that makes sense. So this is mainly, for, a restaurant. You go to a pizza place, so, they close at 10 for their dining room, and you go there at 10 to 10, and you're like, yeah, let's have our big party. If I worked in that kitchen, I'd be pretty pissed. I would never do that to any other kitchen because I wouldn't want my food spinning or something. So yeah, that's just one of those examples of that guy. It's that guy who comes in at the last second to you're closing up shop and you just have to basically drop everything and serve that one guy. Which, is understandable in my field of work, but in most others, there's just no excuse. Another version of that guy, which goes off of, me being gender doesn't matter in this, is that proverbial guy who, is basically I will not date a person if they can't drive a car, or won't drive a car. Me personally, I don't drive, and I live in the center of downtown of the city I'm in, so I don't need to drive. I do a lot of walking, I do a lot of biking. There's nowhere I need to go that my legs can't take me. And even if I really wanted to go across Canada or something, I just take my bike.
Are you okay? What are you doing? That's not even yours.
It is now!
If I ever really had the desire, I'd be doing it the hard way. Just so I wouldn't, have to eat my own words, right? So there could be easily many situations, cars aren't positive debt, they're very negative debt, they cost a lot of money and you might not have it, insurance is expensive, gas just keeps going up. Plenty of reasons why people don't want a car, and me, I just can't bloody afford one. And I'm not a lazy sack of crap. So, yeah, that girl, or that guy, or whatever, in this sense, who will not date a guy who won't drive them places. It's just them being lazy themselves.
A crutch for your weaknesses! You're so bitter you can't see that!
In my mind. That's just my opinion, though. It doesn't necessarily, it's not the same for everyone. But, I just ran into that question on the advice message board on the forums I go to, and one guy's should I date this girl? She doesn't even have her license. Dude, why does that even matter? I basically just said it's a matter of, how do you want to ration your time? Would you like to take, say she's a 15-minute drive away, that translates into, an hour and a half walk or something, depending on how your legs work. It's really an investment of your time. Do you want to invest your time in a longer way to walk to go see her, or do you want to invest your money, which in math, time is money, so either way you're investing time to go see her. It could be less time, it could be more money, but either way it's time, and you have to invest that. So, yeah, anyway, there's that guy. God, there's Not really a lot of that guy. Oh yeah, okay. I work out at the Y. I do swimming there. I go to the gym at Good Life. So, Good Life doesn't really have this problem. And neither, yoga definitely really doesn't have this problem. Like, not very many guys go to yoga, at least where I am. There's maybe like, I don't know, I've seen maybe like a dozen, maybe 15 guys altogether go there compared to like the hundreds of girls that go to the same place. And then basically this is at the Y. That guy who, like, you know, just doesn't care about what other people have to look at, right? Like, I don't know, like, personally I don't like to, like, strut around my stuff, like, I don't know, maybe it's that I'm not very well endowed, or maybe it's just like, you know, maybe I'm just kind of self-conscious in that sense, or I just don't like showing my business. Either way, it's like, you know, like, when I go into the sauna, the first thing I don't want to see is a freaking guy, like, you know, just kind of, like, sitting like this, freaking, like, everything just kind of out in the open, you know, like, come on, like, have some respect. Not everybody wants to, you know, walk around a guy's locker room and see a bunch of penises. It's just not what we want to see. And I mean, come on, like, I don't need to know how small I am. Yeah. Anyway, so those are 3 of those guys. Like, I don't know if there's going to be... I'm going to have to make another video, because I'm going to think of that guy every time I, like, go walk around every day and I see that guy. I'm going to be thinking about that. I don't know. Like, along with the whole cars thing, there's that guy who drives 3 blocks just to go to the store. Dude, that's 10 minutes. Like, just walk. Like, who cares how cold it is? Put on a hat or something, just go. Like, I don't know. I mean, I know it's winter and I understand that, but Jesus, like, come on. Like, I walk to work. My work is a 40-minute walk. 30-minute walk, something like that. I like to think it's 30. And then I'm late. So, like, you know, it's more like 35 or, like, worst case scenario 40, depending on, like, the wind and how much it's against me and stuff. Like, you know, dude, like, if you're that close to work, walk to work. Like, unless you're, like, out of town or something, walk to work. I could easily make my whole own video about the gym, so I'll do that. There's plenty of, like, you know, that guys for that. Let's see. Oh, yeah, okay. When I'm swimming at the Y. This is a that girl thing, and, like, this might... I hope they don't see this. Anyway, there's a particular set of people who often go to the pool, and they're very loud and stuff, and we're trying to do laps. Like, you know, most of us are there to do laps, but, like, this group of people is there to have fun in, like, the casual pool that's behind the laps. And that guy is just people who kind of, like, you know... I'm thinking they like, you know, sometimes they even come into the lap swim and they kind of just goof around, they get in everyone's way. Like, you know, like... As Jenna Marbles would say, like, pipe the fuck down. Like, come on, like, you're there, like, disrespecting people's, like, workout. Like, you know, go to a free swim or a casual swim or something. Don't come to a lap swim and expect to be able to just, like, you know, frigging fling your dung around and, like... I don't know. I'm not actually really all that angry right now. I can't really get angry too often. Yes, there's one. And this is probably, like, the one that I really don't like the most. There's that guy who, like, you know, they start something, like, not like a fight, but like an argument or a debate. And then, when you don't agree with them, they totally just, like...
Today on This Old Monster, we're going to build a wall.
Bam! They're like, you know, there's a wall there. You just... No matter what you say. Like, I often, like, I go on the Dragon Ball Z message boards a lot, because I love Dragon Ball Z. And there's a lot of people on those boards who are just, like, you know... Their opinion is set in stone, and they're so closed-minded and so, like, self-righteous that they will not, like, lower their wall and try to understand where you're coming from, like... And it's not even that. That's, like, everything in life. Like, you know, like, one person's like, I don't know, tomato's a fruit, and then you say, actually, no, like, it could be a vegetable because it's done like this, and then they're like, no! Or, like, you know, anything else. It could be anything, like religion, abortion, Anyway, yeah, like, you know, like, anything else. Especially, like, the touchy subjects, where, like, you know, people just don't have that open mind to, like, think, like, darn, what if this happened, and, like, see, like, those are just people you can't even talk to, so, like, you know, it's that guy who I don't want people to be, and that's one of the reasons I'm, you know, doing all these talks, is because I want people to kind of keep an open mind. I want them to, like, you know, if they disagree with me, I want them to tell me rationally why they disagree. I don't want there to be any yelling. It's not the way, like, people are meant to connect, like, physically or spiritually or anything like that. Like, people are meant to be more understanding and compassionate. Maybe not compassionate, but you know, like just more understanding. I'd like to think at least. Anyway, so my question to end the video is, who is that guy to you? What does it take to be that guy? And so yeah, like that's all I'm gonna do for this video. We all make choices, we all have opinions. Debate and discuss, and have a great day.